The whole is you know what to do, not that to make me not speak to you. Why would you? Why don't just randomly not speak to? Are you going to go on the internet and say been smacking my pores? Are you gonna say? Are you gonna go talk about yo Cam talking like a female? That's female shit too. No, we don't disrespect each other publicly. And when we snap on each other, we clear about how we snap. We don't go out there talking about some. Secondly, what Dame keeps saying is this. I told Cam I was going to do that. No, you didn't. You said you was going to say smack me on pockets, not smack me on that. But secondly, to that point, Dame, and I'll leave it at this. If you got to ask me to post, to say something, you know you're wrong. Because if you got to ask, you know you shouldn't be saying it anyway. You shouldn't have to ask. If I'm your man and you're going to say some cool shit, why ask? You my man.
When Cam speaks up, it's never just noise in the air. And this time, listen closely, because he's unpacking what really happens when business loyalty gets tested the moment a private joke suddenly turns into public disrespect. This is a messy gossip for clicks. We're talking about real contracts, real partnerships, and real millions that can quietly vanish the second those lines get crossed in front of everybody. What makes this whole situation wild is how quickly a relationship can flip when something meant to stay behind closed doors ends up all over the internet. One slick comment, one remixed version of a story, one awkward moment that makes brands uneasy, and suddenly investors start backing away without even saying it out loud. And the second, when Dame Dash's name enters the chat, hold up, because the conversation instantly gets deeper than feelings. Now it becomes about ownership, reputation, and the reality that in the hip-hop business, respect still counts like real currency. Cam isn't yelling or crashing out here, he's calmly laying out the code, what you can say, what you absolutely never say, and how the very act of asking permission already answers the question. Now listen, I'm about to roll the clip for y'all, but before we get there, I need you to tap that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and make sure you're subscribed. Let's get into it.
Let's do it, man. The Defendi combo.
All right, well, listen. We gotta go, but we're gonna ask this question and let the fans vote. Go to Talk with Flea and put your vote in, and we're gonna put the website up where you can start sharing information with us on our website as well. But Sid, ask the question. I'm gonna give my opinion. He's gonna give his opinion, and next week we're gonna get the answer. Go ahead.
All right. If you're one of your close friends bought, let's say, his dream car, which is like a red BMW, and that's your same dream car, and you went out and bought the same color red BMW, is that weird? Y'all both pulling up back to back, red BMW. You talking about you and Fendi talking about the colors, you should have matched, and I'm like, yo, bro, who cares? So what if they just had red and then gold? I don't want gold. I want red. So they think that go ahead, tell your opinion.
Yeah, Fendi said we ain't the Bopsy twins, and I agree. Listen, if you my man, and I got a red BMW, and you get a red BMW, we got the same car. If I got a red BMW, go get the blue one. You can hold the red one whenever you want, and then we can switch cars. If you're going to see a on Wednesday in the red BMW, then you pull up on Friday in the blue BMW, she's gonna be like, damn, how many of these you got? You can front now. A few of these names.
Now to the public.
Did I interrupt you? Did I interrupt you? Did I interrupt you? Did I interrupt you? It's my go, yo. No, it's my go.
All right. I just need one second.
It's fine. It's my go, not now.
Okay.
Why would you want to do this? This is the AZ told Alpo about. Yo, what are we matching for? It doesn't make sense to have the same color car. Essentially, we have the same car. This nigga about, we gonna look fresh going back. How old are we? 16? What do we got on matching Benetton shirts? What are we talking about? Where we just leave gimbals? What are we talking about here? What are you talking about? Yeah, what's your last statement? Yeah, because we gotta go.
What I wanted to say, he just said you could switch up. This is the same that just said 10 minutes ago, I don't speak to for 2 years. So what if you in that time frame where you not speaking to? So where am I supposed to switch up with?
The whole about it is...
I got him, Larry. I got him with that one. That was good.
The whole
right there, right, Larry?
The whole is the whole is you know what to do, not that to make me not speak to you. Why would you? Why don't just randomly not speak to them? Are you going to go on the internet and say has been smacking my for us? Are you gonna say? Are you gonna go talk about yo Cam talking like a female? That's female shit too. No, we don't disrespect each other publicly. And when we snap on each other, we clear about how we snap. We don't go out there and talking about some. Secondly, what Dame keeps saying is this. I told Cam I was going to do that. No, you didn't. You said you was going to say you smack me on pockets, not smack me on that. But secondly, to that point, Dame, and I'll leave it at this. If you got to ask me to post it, to say something, you know you wrong. Because if you got to ask, you know you shouldn't be saying it anyway. You shouldn't have to ask. If I'm your man and you're going to say some cool shit, why ask? You my man. But you had to ask because you knew you were going to say some up shit. You remixed it. Now you blaming me because I don't want to talk about you saying smack me on the ass and I'm talking like a girl and I don't promote none of your stuff. I love you, brother. If you want to come on Talk with Flea and Talk, we're here. I'm available. I love you, brother. But we got to go. Sin City, it was good having you back. Larry, PT, Taylor, Nick, we appreciate y'all. We'll see.
Respect is costly, but disrespect will run the bill up even higher. Let me give you my honest perspective on this. What we're looking at here goes way beyond a couple of personalities going back and forth. This is really about how the business side reacts when behavior plays out in public. A lot of people assume the fallout happens immediately, but that's not how it works. The real damage moves in silence. The phone suddenly stops ringing like it used to. Meetings quietly disappear from the calendar. Opportunities dry up, and nobody even bothers to make an announcement about it. And when you really listen to Cam talk, hold up, you notice he's not emotional at all. He's calculated. That's the mindset of someone who understands relationships are assets, not feelings. In the hip-hop business world especially, the way you talk about people in public can either protect your brand or slowly start poisoning it. On the other side of the conversation, Dame Dash has always stood for boldness and independence. That fearless energy is exactly what helped build empires in the first place. But sometimes that same energy bumps heads with how modern business operates today. Because now everything lives online forever. Every clip becomes a permanent reference point for investors and partners who honestly don't care about the backstory. And here's a piece a lot of people miss. Brands and investors walk away from deals all the time based purely on public perception because reputation is treated like a measurable financial risk. Nobody steps up and announces it. They simply move on to the next opportunity that feels safer. So let me ask y'all something. Do you think Cam's careful approach to speaking publicly is the reason he's managed to stay financially relevant for so long? And do you think Dame Dash's unfiltered honesty helps his brand more than it hurts in today's landscape? Let me know what y'all think down below in the comments section. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Peace.